We start this afternoon with breaking news. A wind-fueled grass fire in Boulder. This picture from the Longmont Times-Call showing the flames marching their way through the dry, open space near the IBM campus.
That fire fueled by the same winds that have been knocking down power lines in the area this afternoon, even knocking down trees. This video just in from the daily camera in Boulder, a tree totaling this car. And the wind creating big problems all over the Front Range today. But
it appears the worst damage may be in Boulder. At one point, that fire burning on both sides of the diagonal near 63rd. 7 News reporter Marc Stewart just arriving on the scene. And Mark, how does it look right now?
Mike, it's very hard to stand. This wind is intense. One of our chopper pilots was telling me that the gusts here are about 75 miles per hour, and I believe it. Let me get out of the way, and you can see the backup from the fire here off a Diagonal Highway. We are getting some reports from our news partners at the Boulder Daily Camera that the fire is out and that they are in mop-up. But when you have a fire, wind is an enemy, so I am sure they are using extra caution. The fire is about a mile and a half from where we are now, and traffic is still being rerouted. To show you the intensity of the winds, I want you to take a look at the Boulder Reservoir. You can see that the water is practically coming out of the lake. There are whitecaps. The water is blowing horizontally in some cases, and take it from someone who's been there quite often, it's usually a pretty calm body of water. Also, you can see in the distance, you can see a black tarp blowing on top of some piles of hay. Just an example of how intense this wind is.
All right, well, we just lost Mark, so of course Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson watching this situation very closely here in the 24/7 Weather Center. Those are intense winds.
That's why we lost the signal.
Right.
The mast on the tower of our truck moves around a little bit, and that's why we're lucky to get that much of a shot out. Look at the numbers we've had up here, Ann. We've had wind gusts close to 90 miles per hour at NCAR's Mesa Lab, and anywhere from Netherland to anywhere around Boulder up about 80 miles per hour during the afternoon hours. These have been amazingly strong winds. Now this is an eerie-looking shot. This is taken looking to the north from the Westminster area. And look at this cloud. It looks like a mothership, like a flying saucer. What we actually have here are powerful jet stream winds. They're just rocketing right down into the Boulder area, and they're being concentrated by the canyons to the west of town, causing those extremely powerful gusts that we're seeing. It's not just Boulder. All along the I-25 corridor, west of the interstate, mainly west of Sheridan Boulevard, that's where we're getting the really powerful winds. Although the high wind warning has been extended now up into northern Weld County and Logan County. Here are the expected wind speeds. These are 5-minute averages. The gusts will be even stronger. And you can see in the colored areas, I'll step out of the way. We're going to cycle through this during the nighttime hours. We're talking about some wind gusts at the ridge tops. It'll be 100 miles per hour, but much lighter in Denver. Everything kind of fans out a little bit, gets a little more room to work with, so we don't see as strong of winds right in the metro area. Downsloping winds warm up as they come off the mountain. So we have 30s to the west of us, 50s. We've even had some reports in the 60s this afternoon. Still 59 degrees currently at Littleton. This is a crazy day because farther to the west of us, it's snow, and there's more of it coming up later on tonight, not only for the mountains, but down here on the plains as well. Denver, it's going to stay windy, but not nearly as windy as it will be just to the west. Mild conditions, the temperatures falling, but a cold front is approaching, and that means snow for the metro by early tomorrow.